Inspirations, and in this Card Making 101 tutorial I wanted to share with you a technique that I haven't done in a very long time, and I was thinking about making holiday cards and a way to make something sparkle, and I recall this technique using iridescent ice embossing powder, and it makes this image just really pop and look special. This image is from the Pines and Poinsettias stamp set that's in the Holiday Mini, and I inked it up with my Stampin' markers and the colors that complement the, I believe that's, I'll have to look that up. I can't think of the name of that paper right now. I'll have it up on the screen. And I used those colors, Real Red, Wild Wasabi, and Chocolate Chip. And in making this card, usually about this time of year, I start in October and make different types of holiday cards, trying to decide what I want to send out for this season. And what usually happens is I'll make a lot of different kinds of cards and end up sending all of those. A few that I'll make several of, but it's just fun to try different things and different techniques with your stamps and see what you can come up with. So today, I just want to show you how I did this. I can't even remember the name of this technique. It's one of the very first ones I learned when I started stamping. I think it's iced diamonds, or if somebody remembers, tell me. I don't have access to the internet right now where I can look it up. So anyway, that's just an easy technique using Versamark and iridescent ice embossing powder. So here I have another image, and I'm just going to take it and apply it directly to my Versamark pad. And that's going to ink up that whole thing. It's just going to look wet and shiny. Now remember, Versamark ink is like a watermark ink. You can use it on with your stamps and get a tone-on-tone look, or you can use it for embossing, and that's what we're doing here. So I've got that all inked up. And I have my embossing powder here in this little gladware to try not to make too much of a mess. And it looks really sparkly, just like our Dazzling Diamonds glitter. And you can see it sparkling there. And I'm going to try to hold it where I don't get my thumbprint. Okay. And kind of thump it a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take my heat tool and just let it heat up just a little bit. And try to hold it just barely on the tip. And we're going to watch the heat melt the embossing powder and give it a really sparkly, shiny look. Oops. Trying not to get burnt fingers. I don't have my tweezers to hold right now. Kind of a safety hazard. Don't do as I do. Use some tweezers. Okay, and I'm just going to finish it off. And there you have a really pretty sparkly image that didn't take long to do. If you were doing this for a card, say if you were making a lot of holiday cards with this particular technique, I would go ahead and ink all my stamp up and stamp all my images, punch them out, and then go ahead and do this technique, and then you'd have these ready to go on the card. In this, I just used a crumb cake card base, and I wanted to show you something else on the inside. This is how I cheat sometimes when I don't want to drag out my Stamp-A-Majig to position the sentiment stamp on the center. I use this little handy tool, or any of my punches that are big enough to punch out a sentiment. I stamp it on the Very Vanilla or Whisper White or whatever, and then I punch it out, and then I just glue it right on top my card layer inside the card. So there are two little tips. I hope you'll try them. If you have anything you'd like to see and I have the means to show you, I'd love to record a card making tutorial 101 video per your request. So let me know here by commenting. And if you have any other questions, email me at lisa@inkinspirations.com. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.